Hello and welcome to the updated tour of my little Minecraft base. As you can see right now, we are riding on a very long and very interesting, well, not really that interesting, minecart track. This was because during a game crash, I lost my spawn point. It got moved to somewhere else, attempted to generate a new world when one world already exists. Um, Long story short, I basically now have a new spawn point that's a very long way away from my existing one, and to account for occasional deaths, I've built this very long minecart track um, that now leads from my new spawn point back to my base. Um, I know there are softwares out there that can edit your spawn point, but I had very little luck with them getting them to work. Didn't want to accidentally lose a save file again. Um, but this is a nice little long minecart track right here. Uh, actually takes you through some useful parts of my my little base, and then takes us all the way back home. If you see, I've now one of my latest additions is a catch a little glimpse of it. This cactus wall now stretches around the entirety of my base, preventing any mobs from getting in. And here we are. I'll just pick up this cart. Now, this used to be my main mining pit. As you can see, it is now, well, appears to be covered in lava. You can't really see down it anymore, but I hit bedrock. I hit the bottom of the map, and so I saw no point in continuing it, and just turned it into more of a decoration, a fond memory. Um, but yeah, that hit the bottom of the map. I've sort of stopped using my farm as I started running out of inventory space to hold everything from it. Um, this is a secondary access to my base. This door here can be opened from the inside from use of this button, or through a combination lock from the surface that we'll take a look at later. If you head back down through this tunnel, I've now added this aptly named vault. This is where I now keep just about everything. And it's also where I have a nice little emergency intelligence incinerator. The poor companion cube. And as you see, I've got chests full of just about everything. And they're all labeled. So you've got quite a decent supply of materials. Um, but if we head down this little path, there's another chest here. This staircase actually takes me down to the bottom of the pit mine. You can see it from the bottom, but that's not really the point. This over here, this is my next little addition. Let's just take this tunnel. If you notice, I'm using a glitched minecart launching system to get me across here. Really quite fun things to work with. I'll just take my cart, head up this little ladder, and we find ourselves in this area, which we caught a glimpse of earlier. There's some more storage and work over here. But as you can see, that is my base. Or at least not really my base anymore, so I don't really use it as much because I have this thing right now, which we'll take you to the top of later. But as you can see, I surrounded it in cactus. Mobs cannot figure out how to get inside without killing themselves on the cactus. So it's perfectly secure. I can hole out there as long as I need to. And it's kind of fun to watch cows get stuck on the cactus wall and literally just get cactus to death. I really hate cows in this game. They make the world's most annoying sounds, so it gives me infinite glee to see the cows die. Now let's see, there's multiple floors to this tower that you go up to this central staircase. It's still a work in progress. I still need to make a lot more of glass to finish off these lava columns and the windows. But I now have this little, it looks like a giant rook built out in the middle of the water, and it provides a great view. As an even better view of my whole base. You can see the entirety of the cactus wall, my pit of death, some of the lava around there. It's a good view. And it's my castle. And it's also quite secure. The only way in is through that underground tunnel that we went through, and the only entrance to is back within the cactus wall. So this whole area is perfectly secure. Let's just go for a dive. Now, as you can see, it's just a giant castle thingy. Has the unfortunate effect of, since I just build it by extending a surface level platform out from around, I think probably over there, you'll notice you can kind of see that it's built right on top of the water and doesn't look that good. So I've started the very complicated underwater construction of actually attaching it to the seafloor, so it at least looks good. I basically built that because, well, if you were to look, I built this 17 by 17 by 50 something pit in the ground, and, well, you tend to get a lot of cobblestone out of it, so I had more than I knew what to do with, so I decided to build something nice and ridiculous. And that's kind of been my main project right now. Unfortunately, as my nice big deep pit has exhausted itself by hitting the bottom, I currently don't really have a main mining pit. I have to either find a new cave network or start a new pit somewhere, but I have plenty of diamond and iron and coal to keep me happy, and do everything I need to do on a regular basis. So I don't really need a new mine pit for right now, and I kind of like doing all this building stuff. But this right here, so there's 5 switches here. There's a door right there, and I have to hit the exact right switches in order for it to get this door to work. It's a combination lock. And if you look, oh, the door's open. I change any one of these switches, and the door will close. And it was a slightly complicated bit of circuitry, but I like it. The only flaw in it is that if the door's open, it now stays open. Nothing stops that door from closing or opening once it's been opened. I really should rig it to a button system with latches instead of just a switch system, but I don't feel like rewiring the whole thing, especially since half the mechanism is underneath this cactus wall. But yeah, it was more because I wanted to do it than it actually needs to be. But yeah, I like my little combination lock. It makes me happy that I'm capable of doing cool things like that. But otherwise, it'll take a nice vertical look at despite this hitting the bottom of the map here, and me putting a cactus wall and then building my new castle, not much has changed.